This is WABC-TV, Channel 7, New York City. ABC's Friday night comedy lineup won't be seen tonight, but it will return next week. Now stay tuned for the following special presentation.
America and the world gather for a celebration. Coming to this country's golden shores, to New York Harbor, to honor one of liberty's proudest symbols, the Statue of Liberty.
Tonight, it continues. First, from Liberty State Park, the Americana Music Concert. The Boston Pops Orchestra with John Williams play George Gershwin and John Philip Sousa. Performances by Melissa Manchester, John Denver, Whitney Houston, Johnny Cash, and Barry Manilow. Then, 30 minutes of spectacular fireworks, the world's largest display ever. After, one of America's finest actors, Sam Waterston, as Henry David Thoreau, in a powerful interpretation of freedom. Live for the next 3 hours, a nation celebrates as ABC presents Liberty Weekend. Now, from Governor's Island, Peter Jennings and Barbara Walters.
Good evening and welcome back to New York Harbor. We have been here through a glorious July the 4th, and I hope you have had a chance to join us throughout the day to see some of the exciting tall ships and the International Armada, which President Reagan and Francois Mitterrand reviewed today. Those ships who sailed into the harbor today have now all anchored around this bay. There are literally thousands and thousands of ships on the New York shore, Barbara, and on the New Jersey shore. The New York shore is very crowded.
Let me tell you, I took the subway today. I believe you. And it is marvelous down there. I don't mean just the subway so marvelous, but when you get down, the people all in Lower Manhattan, the excitement, the music, the bands. I almost didn't want to come here. I was having such a good time. And behind us here in Governor's Island, the Coast Guard has taken it back as their own, and they are lined up with their kids. They have umbrellas and blankets out there. They're going to watch the Big Bang fireworks tonight and have the most wonderful time. I hope they deserve
Well, I'm
it.
certainly very glad you came, and I'm glad everybody else joined us. I must tell you that one of the things that I've been sensitive throughout all today's broadcast is how the possessiveness of New York State and New York City about the Statue of Liberty, but the statue's really shared between two states. She is actually closer to the New Jersey shore, and over there behind us, that is the New Jersey shore, beneath the sun, which is setting in the west. And it was from the New Jersey Railroad station there that so many immigrants left to fan out across America after they'd come under the statue and gone through Ellis Island. And is there tonight in Liberty State Park, where the Boston Pops Esplanade Orchestra is going to play this tribute to American music. And the concert is going to begin, conducted by John Williams, with the theme that John Williams conducted for Liberty Weekend. We hope you will stay with us for the concert. The fireworks are to follow. We think it's going to be, again, an exciting and very happy evening.
gentlemen, our national anthem.
Star-Spangled Banner, Francis Scott Key, during and after the bombardment of Fort McHenry in Baltimore during the War of 1812. It seems to work so much more profoundly on this day, and this has been an extraordinary
Everything
day.
seems to work more profoundly. By the way, that beautiful chorus is made out for members of the Army and Navy and Air Force. The voices we just heard. We should tell people, I'm sure that they know this, but if some of the music that John Williams created sounds a little familiar, he did the music for Jaws, E.T. I have a little competition up here. That's the helicopter headed towards the JFK where President and First Lady are tonight. Now he's out of our earshot, so we can go back and talk normally. I was saying that John Williams wrote the music for E.T. and for Jaws and for Star Wars, and got the same spirit tonight.
You began to hint at what's going to happen on the USS John F. Kennedy, which is just south of us in the harbor here tonight. President, with Mrs. Reagan, is back on board the Kennedy and is going to light the fireworks, start them in some fashion tonight when this concert at Liberty State Park is over. But as we said at the beginning of the broadcast, it begins with New Jersey's turn.
And tomorrow, by the way, the Statue of Liberty officially opens to the public. And Mrs. Reagan will be opening it with young children, both French and American. And then anyone who comes here can go off and visit and see it and all its beauty.
And there's some very interesting changes in the Statue of Liberty this time, too, because it's now even better equipped. There, by the way, is the John F. Kennedy there with her enormous deck, her flat top on which she can carry almost 90 aircraft. And that, I think you'll find, is the press pool or the president himself, and with Mrs. Reagan arriving on board the Kennedy, having had an extremely busy day. It is not the president, it is the press pool, the White House, the press floor pool that accompanies the president at all times.
Busy day, too.
The press pool never has so much attention. It's just that right there. He'll be arriving very shortly. He's had an extremely busy day, having got up very early along with some of the rest of us and come down the Hudson River, reviewed the international naval ships, then sat on Governor's Island, was on board the USS Iowa, then had a luncheon with French President Mitterrand, who's going off to Moscow on Monday. He had a lot of mix of politics today, as well as just celebrating the 4th.
But don't you think that he's had a very good time? I mean, this is just the kind of event that President Reagan loves. It's patriotic, it's exciting, it's the American dream. Some people say that he's the embodiment of the American dream.
Well, I certainly heard a great many people, Barbara, today, and I think it's certainly not an original thought, to say that how President Reagan has contributed considerably to making America feel the way it is today. Let's go back to Liberty State Park and this evening's concert.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please meet the Boston Pops Astronaut Orchestra. Thank you. Tonight, we want to pay tribute to our American composers. And no program of American music could exist, I think, without the presence of our first composer, Mr. Leonard Bernstein. Mr. Bernstein, like the Boston Pops, hails from Massachusetts, but his music is known and loved throughout the world. And we'd like to begin tonight with his fabulous overture to Candide.
edition of Liberty Weekend is brought to you by the new Chrysler Corporation. They don't want to be the biggest, they just want to be the best. Lipton Rice and Sauce with Vegetables. 5 new side dishes with that delicately seasoned taste. IBM. And the Prudential, offering a full range of insurance and other financial services.
When they first came here, they had a dream. And the Prudential ensured that dream when no one else would. So their children and their children's children could share in it too. Today, the world has changed. Now the Prudential offers more financial services so your children can share that dream too. The Prudential salutes the statue on her 100th birthday.
Everyone has limitations. All that varies is the degree. I guess I've been a reasonable success for a guy that, a little over 20 years ago, that got taken in a city ambulance with everything I owned in a paper bag from one hospital to another hospital so that I could stay there the rest of my life. Today, if people ask me if I lead a full life, I tell them, well, I'm a father and a husband. I have a job as a systems analyst with IBM, not a handicap systems analyst, a systems analyst. There's an award called Handicapped American of the Year. The president selected me to receive it in 1985. It was an honor. But my goal is to make possible the day when my children will read that plaque and not understand why Dad was given an award simply because he's blind and in a wheelchair. Because they'll already know there's more than one way to see and more than one way to get from here to there.
The story of Jim Caldwell has been brought to you by IBM.
Who really makes the best-built American cars and trucks today? Not 2 or 3 years ago, today. A survey of owners of 1986 GM, Ford, and Chrysler models shows that as a group, Dodge, Plymouth, and Chrysler are the highest quality cars and trucks designed and built in North America. And only Chrysler backs the quality of every car and truck it builds with a 550 protection plan. In 1986, Chrysler makes the best-built, best-backed American cars and trucks, period.
Good evening, I'm John Denver. You know, I write a few songs, but I'll tell you what, I'm just an old cowboy from the heart of the Rocky Mountains in Colorado, and I just can't find the words to tell you how thrilled and honored I am to be part of this wonderful celebration this evening. Isn't it a great day to be an American? So as my contribution to this magnificent celebration, I'd like to sing America, the Dream Goes On, a song that was composed by our maestro himself, Mr. John Williams.
There's a song in the dust of a country road, on the wind it comes to call, and it sings in the farms and the factory towns, and where you think there'd be no song at all. And the words are the words that our fathers heard as they whistle down the years, and the name of the song is the name of the dream, and it's music to our ears. America, America. Courthouse walls are the words that make us free. And the more we remember the way we began, the closer we get to the best we can be. Was there
a country boy. Hi, I'm Melissa Manchester. It's an honor to be here, and a thrill to look out and see the Statue of Liberty looking as she should look. Like the lady with the lamp, I'm a New Yorker, and I'm pleased to be singing some of the songs of another New Yorker, the American composer who's most responsible for my love of music, George Gershwin. The first time I heard his music, it was Rhapsody in Blue. I went crazy. I've never lost that feeling. from George Gershwin's glorious opera, Porgy and Bess. Gershwin's masterpiece has been performed all over the world and was the first American opera ever presented in Italy's great opera house, La Scala. And here to sing the duet, Bess, You Is My Woman Now, from Porgy and Bess, are two internationally acclaimed American opera stars from Chester, Pennsylvania, and Centerville, Iowa, Clammadale and Simon Estes.
My woman.
Coming up, the biggest fireworks ever in America.
Liberty is an idea handed down from generation to generation, people to people. America honors the Statue of Liberty centennial by minting United States Liberty coins, valuable keepsakes that treasure liberty always. U.S. Liberty coins, singly or in sets at banks, savings and loans, and Kmart stores. Keep Liberty in mint condition forever.
Is not included.
Hi, my name is Teddy Ruxpin. Can you and I be friends? I really...
Everybody out!
Then, one day, we found an old treasure map.
Teddy Ruxpin comes with illustrated book and cassette from Worlds of Wonder.
From the waves of the Pacific, through the heartland USA, valley of South to New England, and along the way. From the Great Lakes to the bayou, from the mountains to the shore, we're your neighbor and you made us America's favorite store. We've got good things at good prices, just what you're looking for. For more of you coming through us than any other store. From the redwoods to magnolia, from the palm trees to the pines, our main street to the suburbs to the freeways and good wine. Over half the population is coming through our door, and we're proud to say you made us America's favorite store.
Kmart, the saving place. Last year we saw on American television first as Steve Cram broke the mile world record live. Now he's back with a world-class field in the Dream Mile, plus the Firecracker 400. And the 4th of July celebration will continue, all on a special Liberty Weekend edition of ABC's Wide World of Sports. Saturday.
Good evening. I'm Joel Gray. The music we're hearing was written by George M. Cohan, American actor, playwright, songwriter, producer, genius. Imagine. And I got to play him. I've always hated this overrated, pretentious music, complicated, and compositions that have conditions and intermissions. Please, musicians, it's hard to hear it or just be near it. Upon my word, I always fear it. For I'm the original Frankie Yankee popular melody fool. Give me a tune that's worth the listening. Give me a tune that's worth the whistling. I want to soothe the strain instead of a vodka pain. Addicted to gold
with propriety. Society will say, Marie. But it was Mary, long before the fashion day. And there is something there that sounds so swell. It's a grand old name. Yankee Doodle went to London just to ride the pony. I'm a Yankee Doodle dandy, a Yankee Doodle do or die. A real-life nephew of my Uncle Sam, born on the 4th of July. I've got a Yankee Doodle sweetheart, she's my Yankee Doodle joy. Yankee Doodle went to London just to ride the pony. I am the Yankee Doodle boy. That Yankee Doodle boy. His mother thanks you. His father thanks you. His sister thanks you. George M. Cohan thanks you. And as for myself, that goes without saying. And now, continuing in the spirit of the evening, here's a medley of some songs by other great American composers played by the Boston Pops Esplanade Orchestra, conducted by my buddy, John Williams.
ABC's exclusive coverage of the Americana Music Concert will continue in a moment.
Hey, Red. And the simpler I make my life, the happier I am. I went to the gym, came home, and colored my hair. It was nice and easy. You thought it was my natural color? I can't believe you didn't know. Thanks. Bill says it feels great. I think it feels like silk. It's got to go. Bill's family's coming for dinner. Yeah, the whole family. How can I sound so relaxed? Nice and easy. That's my style. If you think I look good in this Van Heusen, you should see Jeffrey. After all, it's his shirt.
I bought this shirt for Michael. I think he's going to have a tough time getting it back.
My daddy said this is a very special birthday. So, I put on this very special shirt.
Van Heusen, for a man to wear and a woman to borrow.
News. It's all around you. But there's one place you can get it best. From people you know and trust. The people of ABC News. From early morning to late at night. Knowledge and depth unparalleled in the industries. The insight of Walters, Brinkley, and Copper. The leadership and experience of Peter Jennings. The people of ABC News. Together, they're uniquely qualified to bring you the world.
Live from Liberty State Park, exclusive coverage will continue in a moment.
An ABC News Business Brief, brought to you by Volkswagen. Now from New York, John McKenzie.
Good evening. A final tax reform package is taking shape. The Senate's chief tax writer, Robert Packwood, says he'll go along with the compromise offered by Dan Rostenkowski, the chairman of the House Ways and Means Committee. The Senate's top tax rate of 27% would be kept, but some corporate tax breaks the Senate wanted would be eliminated, and the middle class would pay lower taxes. Now this.
If this is how it feels to drive a Volkswagen GTI, this is how it feels to drive a Volkswagen Quantum.
Union leaders voted today to end their 34-day strike against Alcoa, the nation's biggest aluminum company. And Caterpillar and the United Auto Workers agreed on a new contract, averting a strike. New York financial markets were closed today. That's Business Brief. I'm John McKenzie.
Yes, I want to look at the sleeve.
Hello, girl. I need another with the yellow page. Mama, have you seen the yellow pages? Gina, where's the yellow page?
I don't know, sir.
One book is in more homes, helping people find more goods and services. The official directory of New York Telephone. The 9X Yellow Pages. It's always there when you need it.
When an urgent package leaves your hands, make sure the hands you leave it in can deliver. Express Mail overnight service from your post office delivers over cities, over states, overnight, over whatever stands in the way, over 97% of the time, and climbing, for about half what most others charge. £2, just $10.75. Express Mail overnight service. When we say overnight, we mean overnight.
The Mary Jane Girls tonight at midnight.
What a sight. The Empire State Building as the sun goes down. Tonight, everything just seems to be so perfect. Fireworks coming up in the sky in just a few minutes. Biggest fireworks in U.S. history. And you know, that wonderful music, Peter, that American music, makes you understand why it's played all over the world.
I remember an evening, not unlike this, Barbara, in Jordan, on the desert in Jordan, seeing a young goat herd in the distance with what I thought was his hand to his ear. And as I approached him, I realized he had a shortwave radio, and he was listening to the voice of America, American music. You can hear it all over the world, indeed. Let's go back now to Liberty State Park, to this Americana concert, and Whitney Houston.
Hello, I'm Whitney Houston. I was born just a few short miles from here in Newark, New Jersey. Yeah. This has been a wonderful year for me, and being part of this fantastic night of music is the icing on the cake. As the youngest performer of the evening, I'd like to sing a special song which I feel has something to say to all of us, especially our young people. It was written by Michael Master and the late Linda Creed. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the
Wonderful, Whitney, just wonderful. Whitney Houston. Hello, I'm Johnny Cash. My hometown is Kingsland, Arkansas, and I'm proud to be here tonight representing the world of country music. My home state of Arkansas joined the Union 150 years ago, and we became the 25th state, represented by the 25th star on the American flag, and I'm mighty proud of that shining star. 10 years ago, for our bicentennial, I wrote a piece about what those stars and stripes have been through and overcome throughout our proud history, and I'd like to do it for you now. I walked through a county courthouse square, and on a park bench, an old man was sitting there. I said, "Your old courthouse is kind of run down." He said, "No, it'll do for our little town." I said, "Your old flagpole's kind of leaned a little bit, and that's a ragged old flag you got hanging on it." He said, "Have a seat," and I sat down. He said, "Is this the first time you've come to our little town?" I said, "I think it is." He said, "I don't like to brag, but we're kind of proud of that ragged old flag." You see, we got a little hole in that flag there when Washington took it across the Delaware. And it got powder burned the night Francis Scott Key stood up watching it riding, say, can you see? It got a little rip in New Orleans with Pakenham and Jackson tugging at its seams. It almost fell at the Alamo beside the Texas flag, but she waved on, though. It got cut with a sword at Chancellorsville. Got cut again at Shiloh Hill. There was Robert E. Lee, Beauregard, and Bragg, and the south wind blew hard on that ragged old flag. On Flanders Field in World War I, she took a bad hit from a Bertha gun. She turned blood red in World War II. She hung limp and low by the time that one was through. She was in Korea, Vietnam. She went where she was sent by her Uncle Sam. The Native Americans, the black, yellow, and white, all shed red blood for the stars and stripes. And in her own good land here, she's been abused, she's been burned, dishonored, denied, refused, and the very government for which she stands has been scandalized throughout the land. And she's getting threadbare, and she's wearing kind of thin, but she's in pretty good shape for the shape she's in, because she's been through the fire before, and she can take a whole lot more. So we raise her up every morning, and we bring her down slowly every night. We don't let her touch the ground, and we fold her upright. On second thought, I guess I do like to brag, because I'm mighty proud of that ragged old flag. Have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. He is trampling out the vintage where the grapes of wrath are stored. He has loosed the faithful lightning of his terrible swift sword. His truth is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on. In the beauty
Plymouth shows you why the pride is back. Plymouth Voyager, car-like handling Plymouth's 550 protection plan. Versatile Plymouth Voyager. The best-built, best-backed American cars and trucks combined are made by Chrysler Corporation.
Honey, I'll only be a minute. I just need to pick up this one thing.
Kmart, where more people shop.
Shoot it down, Mac.
And shop. And shop. Than anywhere else.
So what happened to the one thing?
It's in there.
Kmart, the saving place.
Speaking. It's one of the most natural things we do. It's also the basis of a remarkable research project at IBM. This is an experimental computer system that recognizes what I say. I talk, and my words appear on the computer screen. It has a business vocabulary of thousands of words, and it even knows the difference between words that sound alike but have different meanings. Watch this. Please write to Mrs. Wright right now. This computer system is another example of innovation at IBM. In fact, it's the most advanced voice recognition system of its kind, period.
Next week, we'll report on America's young people. So many kids are out of shape, they are coming down with diseases that only adults used to have. We'll meet a priest on the streets who's trying to save children from prostitution. And we'll ask why juveniles are being subjected to the abuses of adult prisoners. We'll also look at drug abuse on the job, and whether drug testing is one way to eliminate it. We'll also have our usual feature, Person of the Week.
Next week, watch ABC's World News Tonight with Peter Jennings.
I'm James Whitmore. I'm from Buffalo, New York. And I'm here. And I'm an American. And I'm damn proud of it. In December 1941, Aaron Copland was commissioned to write a musical portrait of a great American. Copland chose Abraham Lincoln, framing Lincoln's words with his own original music. And on this very special 4th of July, with the Statue of Liberty in sight, I feel privileged to add my name to the roster of distinguished American actors and statesmen who have narrated Aaron Copland's Lincoln portrait. Citizens, we cannot escape history. That is what he said. That is what Abraham Lincoln said. Fellow citizens, we cannot escape history. We of this Congress and this administration will be remembered in spite of ourselves. No personal significance or insignificance can spare one or another of us. The fiery trial through which we pass will light us down in honor or dishonor
possibility. He was born in Kentucky, raised in Indiana, and lived in Illinois. And this is what he said. This is what Abe Lincoln said. The dogmas of the quiet past are inadequate to the stormy present. The occasion is piled high with difficulty, and we must rise with the occasion. As our case is new, so we must think anew and act anew. We must disenthrall ourselves, and then we shall save our country. When standing erect, he was 6 feet 4 inches tall. And this is what he said. He said, "It is the eternal struggle between two principles, right and wrong, throughout the world. It is the same spirit that says, you toil and work and earn bread, and I'll eat it, no matter in what shape it comes. Whether from the mouth of the king who seeks to bestride the people of his own nation and live by the fruit of their labor, or from one race of men as an apology for enslaving another race. It is the same tyrannical principle. Lincoln was a quiet and melancholy man. But when he spoke of democracy, this is what he said. He said, I would not be a slave, so I would not be a master. This expresses my idea of democracy. Whatever differs from this, to the extent of the difference, is no democracy.
President of these United States is everlasting in the memory of his countrymen. For on the battlefield at Gettysburg, this is what he said. He said that from these honored dead, we take increased devotion to that cause for which they gave the last full measure of devotion. That we, here, highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, and that this nation under God shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, and for the people, shall not perish from the earth.
You got that style. You got that winning look. And over the smile, and look at the
Shop Avon style. Your Avon representative brings beautiful things whenever or wherever you want.
You took the world out of you and Avon, and look how good you look now. Look how good you look now.
When David's not around, nothing takes its place. But wearing his Van Heusen sure helps. Peter said I could have anything I wanted. So I took his Van Heusen shirt right off his back.
I love my puppies, my goldfish, and my daddy's shirt.
Van Heusen, for a man to wear and a woman to borrow.
New York City, where millions of people have descended this evening to join you all across the country for what is being billed as the biggest fireworks show that America has ever seen. Let's go back to Liberty State Park and the music of John Philip Sousa.
ABC's exclusive coverage of the Americana Music Concert will continue in a moment.
Daddy, your ship has come in.
Sure. Find the holes in your homeowner's insurance before they find you.
Sorry to barge in.
Have a Prudential representative give you a fast, free Pru review of your coverage.
Are we covered? If you had a Pru review, you'd know.
Get a Pru review from the Prudential and get a piece of the rock.
Doesn't look like Bermuda to me.
This is one of the world's most expensive motor oils. It meets or exceeds industry standards for protection against wear. So does Haviland. This motor oil exceeds car makers' warranty requirements. So does Haviland. This oil can cost more than twice as much as Haviland. Twice as much?
That's right, twice as much.
And I thought I did the jokes. Texaco's Haviland Supreme. High-quality protection without the high price.
When I was a kid, I loved to wear bandages just to get attention. But now, I'd rather be a little less conspicuous when I protect a cut. So I use Band-Aid brand clear, just invented by Johnson & Johnson. The strip is transparent, so people hardly notice I'm wearing a bandage at all, which is nice, because now that I'm grown up, I want people to notice me, not my bandage.
New Band-Aid brand clear bandages, only from Johnson & Johnson. Clearly the best-looking bandage ever.
You know me, I'm your native son.
Willie and Wrangler. A legend in jeans.
I'll be gone 500 miles.
Made in the USA.
We hope that all across the country you are having a glorious 4th of July. We're going to go back to Liberty State Park where the finale is fast approaching. And here is Barry Manilow.
Oh, beautiful, for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains, majesty
Liberty State Park in New Jersey, and there is much more to come. President Reagan is already on board the USS John F. Kennedy, the carrier, which is down in the harbor. There are thousands of boats in the harbor, and we hope millions of you all across the country waiting for the fireworks. We'll be back very shortly.
Ever after this word from your local station.